Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with 3 is a Party by Emphyrio. So we have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. That means in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have anti-knight. So if you think about a chess knight, these two cells, a knight could move from one to the other, right? So if you think about how a knight moves, it moves 2 in one direction and 1 in another direction. So let's actually talk about this cell here. If a knight were here, where could it move? It could move to any of these 8 cells that I'm highlighting here. And so what anti-knight says is that starting from one cell, basically, if you have 2 digits in the grid that are knights move apart, like these two, these two, these two, these two, etc., they must not be the same digit. So I can't put like a 2 here and a 2 here, or a 2 here and a 2 here, because digits and knights move apart are not allowed to be the same digit. So that's anti-knight, and that's true of every cell in the grid. We also have arrows in the grid, but they're non-repeating arrows. So the way arrows work is you've got this circle, and then you have an arrow coming out of the circle. And the digits on the arrow sum to the value in the circle. So, for example, I could put 1, 3 here, and then that would sum to 4. But they're non-repeating arrows, which means that digits don't repeat on the arrow. And that's really just important for this. So I can't do 2 plus 2 is 4 here, because even though that works for an arrow, it doesn't work for a non-repeating arrow because we've repeated the 2. And that's it. Those are the rules. There's a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. And can we just appreciate how anti-knight allows you to make such minimal grids here? It doesn't seem like it should be unique, but I'm sure anti-knights are doing a lot of work here. So because we can't repeat digits, we can at very least say that these all add to at least 3. Because we could have a 1, 2 here, or a 1, 2 here, or a 1, 2 here as minimum. So let's put 3, 4, 5, 6 for no good reason. Because there's not much to look at here. All right, there is one thing we can do where we combine sums. So let's think about it this way. Can this digit that I put in green, can green repeat in these 4 cells, and I guess in these 3 cells? Well, definitely can't repeat in the box, can't repeat in the row, so definitely not. Can this green repeat in any of these cells? Well, no, it's got the same thing. It's got the box in the row. Can this green repeat in any of these cells? Well, it can't repeat in the row, and it can't repeat on the arrow. So no, it can't. And similarly, can this green repeat in any of these cells? Well, no, it can't, because it can't repeat in the box, and it can't repeat on the arrow. So you can think about these as being 4 different digits. We have to put 4 different digits here. So if we put 4 different digits, 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the minimum we could put in here, right? We could put 1, 2, 3, 4, because we can't repeat any digits. And 1, 2, 3, 4 adds to a total of 10. So that means that these 2 circles must also add to a total of at least 10. So we cannot use the 3, right? These are, and then we must use the 6. One of these 2 is a 6. Because we're either going to do 4, 6 adding to 10, or 5, 6 adding to 11. And so these don't have a 6 on them, and they definitely have 1, 2, and 3 in them. So if I like highlight this, I could do like a 1, 2, 3 here. Remind myself that all of those contain 1, 2, and 3. Now this cell here sees every single green, right? It sees them for the row or the box. And so this can't be 1, 2, or 3. So this is from 4, 5, 6 as well. One of these is a 6. If this one was the 6, we'd have to put the 6 here. Oh, actually, I probably should have said that this could be double 6 adding to 12. However, we got lucky because it can't be double 6 adding to 12 because that would exclude 6 entirely from this box. So I was about to go back and go, oh no, they can be 12, but actually they can't be. So we got lucky that was actually a valid lucky deduction. But I went back and proved, yeah, these can't be 6. So that's good. They can't both be 6, but one of them is 6. If this one is 6, then that ends up 6. If this one's 6, then that ends up 6. So 6 is one of those 2. Oh, okay, but we have anti-knight. So look at where these 6s are. Can this really be a 6? And the answer is no, because it sees this 6 by the column and this 6 by anti-knight. And so one of these 6s will take 6 out of this. So that can't be 6, and that forces this to be the 6, which forces that to be the 6, which means that's not 6. Very nice. So 6 is not in these 2 for the column. It's not here by anti-knight on both of those 6s, and it's not by here by anti-knight on this 6. So 6 is in one of these 2. That takes 6 out of that cell, which is not all that interesting. In fact, where does 6 go in this box? There we go. This 6 sees up, and we can't put 6 on this arrow. It'd be way too big. And so 6 is in one of these two, which means that's not 6, which puts a 6 here, which by anti-knight sees here, which puts the 6 there. Now, by anti-knight, 6 can't be in any of these from this 1 6 alone, by the row and anti-knight, and then this 6 sees up. So that's a 6. We should be able to place the last 6. There we go. 6s are done. Now, we know these add to 6, and we can't repeat, so they don't have the 3 on them, which means this has the 3 on it. So it's either 3 1 or 3 2. So we definitely can't put a 4 or 5 on here. Okay, do I need these cornered anymore? You know what? We have anti-knight. This can't be 1 2 3 either, because it sees all the greens. Look, it sees that, but sees the greens by the row, and it sees it by anti-knight. So 1 2 3 is gone from here, and so it's only from 4 5. And so oh, interesting. We know that one of these is 4 5, and we know that this is the other 4 5. That actually makes a kind of a virtual 4 5 pair between these, but I don't know if that's important, because this sees this by anti-knight. Yes. So this cell can't be a 4 or a 5, because it sees this 4 5, and it sees these two 4 5s. That's funny. So this is from 1 2 3. And how much does this see? It sees this cell, and this cell. So these two are the same digit. Let's call that purple. These are both the purple digit. I wonder if we can do anything with this arrow at this point. Well, I mean, it's from 1 2 3 4. I'm not sure if we can do more with that. We do need a 5 somewhere in this column. It's in one of these two. Does that do anything? Surprisingly, it does. The 5 in this column is in one of these two cells, which I'll mark with a corner mark 5. If it's here, this isn't 5 by the box. If it's here, this isn't 5 by anti-knight. So no matter where the 5 ends up in this column, this cannot be a 5. It's 4, which means this is a 1 3. This doesn't have a 5 on it and is a 2 4. So I don't need the greens anymore. I don't need the corner marks anymore. This is a 2 4 pair. Yeah, so this can't be 2. We know these are the same digit. That's good. This is the other 1 3. So let's give this a color. Let's give this green now. Might as well. So green is going, see, look, this green sees these two, and it sees this by anti-knight. So green is going here. This is not a 4 anymore, which is kind of interesting. In fact, this cell here sees the 1 3 pair. It sees the green and the purple 1 3. Isn't that funny? So this can't be 1 or 3. So if this is 2, this could be 1 to add to 3, or it could be 3 to add to 5. And if this was 4, this could only be 1 to add to 5. So we're down to 1 3 here. And so it is the green 1 3, which is pretty funny also. So this green 1 3 looks up here, and it sees here by anti-knight, and this green 1 3 looks in. So this is where green 1 3 goes in here. And then these greens look up, this green looks in, so green also goes here. And we know where all the greens are. We do the same with purple, is kind of a question. Well, purple in this box, right? Do you see it? This purple sees here, and it sees these by anti-knight. And it's not on the arrow there, right? So this is the purple. So now these purples look up. I was going to say, can this be purple? But I don't see why it couldn't. If this was purple, then that would actually give us that green is 1, this is 2, and then that's the purple 3. So that seems okay. What about in this box? This green sees in, this green sees up, but nothing anti-knight related here. But we are going to mark that purple's in one of these two, because what that does is these can't be purple anymore. Now I'm including this just so you can see what the consequence of this formation is. But if you have a digit that's separated, like it must be in one of these two that are separated by 1 here. If you think about it, first of all, they both see this cell by anti-knight, so this can't be purple. But also, this cell sees this cell by the column, and this cell by anti-knight, and this cell sees this cell by the column, and this cell by anti-knight. So we can't put purple in any of these. And then this purple looks up. So purple's in one of these two, which means this actually sees the purple green up here. In fact, that places the purple here. This is 1 3. We have a 1 3 pair here. This has to be 5. So this is either 2 3 or 4 1. So this is the 2 for the column. That gives us 4 and 2 here. By anti-knight, that's a 5. This is a 5. This is a 4. Very nice. This is a 2 and a 5, so we know the order. That gives us the 4 here, so that makes all the greens 1 and all the purples. Oops. All the purples 3. We just know that 3s are like this, but we can get rid of the colors. This will resolve pretty quick. We need a 2 and a 5 to go down here, so that's the 2 and the 5, and then we need the 3 and the 4 here. So that's 3 and that's 4. That puts the 3 there. This is a 2. This is a 2. This is 4 and 5. And we're done. Nice. Cool anti-knight puzzle, Emphyrio. I liked that a lot. We really got a lot out of this group of cells here. So that was a really cool formation. Kind of makes me wonder how unique this grid is with just these 2 arrows. Like what work is this arrow doing is kind of the question. But yeah, coloring the 1-3s was really helpful. With anti-knight, coloring is often helpful. Because you want to kind of track where those colors end up around the grid, and then that can really help reduce what they can be by getting them placed on other clues. So yeah, very neat. Thanks, Emphyrio. I hope you enjoyed this as well. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.